Biblical Archaeology, 2.
Quote, "We find archaeological evidence of destruction by fire at Jericho, Ai, and Hazor around 1400 BC, exactly as the Bible describes. The Bible records the history of the relationship between God and the children of Abraham. Archaeology confirms many of the historical details mentioned in the Bible."
In this video series, we discuss various examples. Ancient Israel is a fact.
Mount Ebal, 1400 to 1200 BC. "You are cursed by the god YHW." An early Hebrew inscription for Mount Ebal, Stripling et al., Heritage Science, 2023. In December 2019, an expedition on Mount Ebal to examine the discarded material from Adam Zertal's 1982 to 1989 excavation yielded a small, folded lead tablet. The east dump pile, from which the object emerged, contained the discarded matrix from two structures that he interpreted as altars dated to the Late Bronze Age II and Iron Age I. The earlier and smaller round altar lay underneath the geometric center of the later and larger rectangular altar. The tablet could not be opened without damaging it. A team of scientists performed X-ray tomographic measurements with different scanning parameters. The tomographically reconstructed data were subjected to advanced processing to reveal the hidden text. Epigraphic analysis of the tomographic data revealed a formulaic curse written in a proto-alphabetic script likely dating to Late Bronze Age II. The inscription falls within the literary genre of chiastic parallelism and predates any previously known Hebrew inscription in Israel by at least 200 years. Conclusion: an expedition to wet-sift Adam Zertal's dump piles from the 1980s at El Bernat, A. yielded a small, folded lead object. Enhanced photogrammetry and tomographic reconstructions revealed letters written in a proto-alphabetic = Proto-Hebrew script, likely dating to the Late Bronze Age II, ca.
1400 to 1200 BCE, but no later than circa 1250 BCE.
The original archaeological context and analysis of the object reinforce this date. The text contains repeated use of the word aror = curse, and is the oldest Hebrew text found within the borders of ancient Israel, predating the Khirbet Kaiapha Ostrakon by at least 2 centuries. The use of the divine name YHW leaves no doubt that the text is Hebrew and not Canaanite.
The recovery of this formulaic curse from an altar on Mount Ebal synchronizes with Joshua chapter 8, which mentions the construction of an altar. Verses 30 to 31, writing, verses 32, and pronouncement of curses, verses 33-34. This text requires adjustments to certain anthropological and biblical paradigms. Jericho, 1400 BC, 3 discoveries at Jericho.
In 1930 to 1936, Professor John Garstang discovered the city of Jericho during an archaeological dig. John Garstang, Joshua Judges, London, Constable, 1931. But the real finding was that the walls of the city were spread outward away from the city. That is, the walls had fallen outward just like the Bible said. This was a one-of-a-kind finding at an archaeological dig. Archaeologist Bryant G, editor of Bible and Spade, found that the destruction of Jericho took place in the 1400s BC when Joshua was very much on the scene, according to earlier, 1400 rather than 1200 BC, datings of the Israelite invasion. In a brilliant 1990 article in Bar, Wood based his chronology on stratigraphy, pottery types, carbon-14 datings, and other evidence, including collapsed walls, to show a rather surprising archaeological confirmation of the biblical detail recorded in Judges chapter 6 and following. Bryant G. Wood, did the Israelites conquer Jericho?
Bar, March, April 1990, 44-58.
Indeed, we do find archaeological evidence of destruction by fire at Jericho, Ai, and Hazor around 1400 BC, exactly as the Bible describes. Ag. Conclusion: many historical details from the Bible have been confirmed by archaeology. And there is no biblical narrative that has been falsified by archaeology. The Bible can be trusted as a collection of historical documents. Thanks to Michael Moat for compiling this information. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.